So what's the next episode? Is it another superhero thing, or are we doing another episode? Think about it.
Probably should do a superhero next, right? Because it's every other. We kind of
Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah.
Coming up next, we would have.
Superman versus
Superman and Martian.
Yeah.
Martian Man. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yep.
What's the next episode idea, just in case? Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So we still have. I'm going to start from the bottom up. The most recent ones we threw out. There's probably some I haven't written down, but you mentioned tonight stand-up comics, video games. We have SNL cast members. I don't know. We pizzas, wrestlers, beer styles, cartoons, karate movies, best year, best album. We still have sports rivalries and jerseys to talk about. Or no, we already did rivalries. Athletes and jerseys to talk about.
I like the best year.
Yeah.
We could pull a lot out of. It'll take some research.
I was gonna say let's
stats.
start compiling things for best year,
right?
And then at some point when we all feel like we're there, we can just be like, maybe not the next one because we're gonna do superhero right next, then off week of something, then another superhero, then let's maybe pencil like that next one for not superhero. Maybe
so then let's decide.
Figure it out.
Then let's decide now what year we each want.
Do you want to, not have to think about that, but do you want to maybe defend, would it be easier to just all defend our birth year and talk about these are the things that happened, or would it be like, maybe you can't defend that as well, though, because you weren't really alive in context, like you were alive.
When I originally had this idea, it was more of the idea
your favorite year.
Because we were, whoever I was talking with when I thought of it, we were talking about the movies that came out that year. And I realized, what year was it? 1986 had just a it was either 86 or 87, but they had the most ridiculous kick-ass movies that came out that year. So that's what kind of made me
okay.
What else?
So is it the defend a year of general pop culture, not a year of
movies,
your
music,
life or nothing?
You get to pick the year. Like if I look back and go, I can tell you guys that 1925 was the best year, and I'll tell you why.
Okay. For just all things considered, the pop culture
could be news, everything. You defend the year,
not your personal life. Gotcha.
No. I mean, if that's included, sure.
Right.
Nah,
you can tell those stories.
Nah. I maybe keep it to the pop culture, because we would all be inclined to say, when our kids were born,
right?
Yeah, that's not the best year.
Rotten Wives.
Do you know what sort of movies came out in '87, Brian? Definitely better than 2011.
Yeah.
But that's where that'll be interesting too, because that's where you're bringing up movies and stuff, and in my head, I always think when I'm listening to an album or a song, or when I'm thinking back to a sport memory, I'm thinking of the year, and I think of something else, either music or sport. Like that's where my brain goes.
Right.
So music and sports are very centric. So I think of like, man, what a great year that was, man, oh, this happened too. Oh, and this album came out. God, that year was great, But it'll show the personality, kind of a little bit of like the things that you, that you hold.
86,
dear,
then honestly, 86 for me is a consideration.
Okay,
for me, actually.
But we should let each other know that way, so we don't.
Nobody doubles up.
Right.
Mine will be a '90s year, mid to late, probably, but mid mostly. Mine will be somewhere. I don't know.
Think about it, but I'm gonna go obscure. I want to try to go obscure and find really cool shit. Let me think about it.
Yeah.
So, all right.
80. 80. I mean,
because if you're going 80s, if you're going in the 80s, you're going the 90s. Yeah. I might want to try, because if you go 86, Brian, I don't want to go 87. You know what I mean?
Right.
So let me think about it.
That was like the Boston Celtics were at their peak.
Right.
Just for instance, I was a big basketball fan, and Larry Bird was at the top of his game, stuff like that. And it's just a lot of things come to mind that year. Okay. Then how about two segments? Then we do one segment could be that just one of your favorite years, pop culture wise, which includes everything, sports, everything we're talking about on the show. And then what if we maybe take a break? And then what if we do research in the year that we were born? I like that. Maybe we argue that a little bit and say, here's some cool shit that happened the year that we were born, and we can debate that a little bit and see who had the best birth year. How about that? That's a good convincing argument.
Actually, I got one of those for my birthday a few years ago. The little booklet with the best of what happened that year.
I don't think Nick can hear us right